Welcome back. Now that you've had a chance to take a look at some of the strategies through the lens of the content, we're going to take you in and look at the strategies in a different way so that you can sort to find one that fits the learning activity you want to do. So in order to do this, you're going to go over to your strategies and click on activities, and it's going to give you this place to browse activities. And in here, you're going to notice that there are all kinds of different categories for the type of result you want to do. So if you want to fortify the output of your students, or you want to foster interactions, so you can click on those, and they'll each have 2 to 4 categories, I think mostly 3, that you can select from. So one of the things we might want to really do is to foster interactions and to have academic conversations. And so if you do that, you're going to notice that it's going to start to narrow down some strategies over on the right hand side. If you want to leave it more broad, you can go and leave those as is, and you can go down and sort in different ways. I am teaching right now a high school physics course. I might want strategies to use with 9th through 12th graders, and I would really like to focus in on work, small group work, like small table groups. And so over here, then you're going to get a whole list of different types of interactions that you can set up with your students. So I want you to take a look at this and look at one, grab one to take a look at. So let's talk about, let's do don't mention it. When you open up these individual strategies, you're going to notice lots of different things. You're going to notice that there's a video up in the upper right hand corner demonstrating it being used in a class. Notice you're also going to see the learning targets of what that will look like, how-to directions for including before activity, during activity, what to look for success, quick tips and watch out fors, and some examples of it being utilized. You're also going to notice that there are places to download the strategy over on the right. And down in the bottom right corner, you're going to notice that there are different supports for different levels of multilingual learners, including speaking levels 1 and 2, high support, and moderate 3s, and light support for 4s. And so you can use these to not only support your multilingual learners, but you can use these supports to support other students who need additional scaffolding. If you look at that one, you're like, yeah, that's close, but maybe not quite what I'm looking for. You can see that there are related activities down at the bottom, and you can favorite the ones that you like. So now I would like you to go back and dive in and look at these activities. See if you can find one that you want to try with your students, either for an upcoming lesson or one that maybe would help clarify something that you did a week or 2 ago that you could put in your notes to use for next year. And figure out how you would do that with your kids. There's going to be a discussion coming up where you can either choose to talk about this activity that you find searching this way, or an activity that you found searching through the curricular activities in the video with Liz. When you are done looking for activities and have found a couple you want to work with, the rest of the time today for this monthly pathway learning is to be spent figuring out how you will implement that with students. What will that look like? Get your materials together. Or if you're going to look at a lesson that you did that didn't go so well that you want to change for next year, go back into those documents and change that up for next year. If you want any support with ELLevation, please reach out to your SDAS or our multilingual learner teachers, our EL teachers, and our EL multilingual SDAS staff. There are lots of people to support you in these strategies. These strategies can work great not only for our multilingual learners, but for our students that need reading supports, our student services students, and just in general, any student who needs additional supports. These are great strategies. You'll notice that some of them are strategies you've seen before. I also want to just reiterate that you don't need to choose a lot of different strategies to do with your students. Sometimes choosing the strategy and doing it several times can build that competency and start to build a group that can really work collaboratively with that strategy. And so you may want to try one, use it for a while until you get good at it or the students get good at it. And then when you feel like they've got that one, you can either continue to use that one and start to implement another one and build up until you have a couple in your repertoire that you can use with students, or that they can even have a say in which one they want to use that day. Thank you. I appreciate your support. I hope that you find ELLevations to be a good tool to support your interactions with students.